Attention Eagles fans. We've just received unexpected news, and it's time for your latest update on the team. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join our exclusive community to stay up to date with all the Eagles news. Bill Belichick, a popular choice to replace Nick Sirianni? Rumors are in full swing. Will the Philadelphia Eagles continue to trust Sirianni? Team owner Jeffrey Lurie has finally spoken about the coach's future. There's been a lot of speculation surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles at this point. Things haven't gone exactly as planned for the Eagles so far this season, but it's not all their fault. Philadelphia has faced a tough schedule, having only played at home once in 4 games. The Eagles are also dealing with a multitude of injuries right now, including A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Lane Johnson, among others. Philadelphia sits at 2-2 in this young season, and this has led many to question how secure Nick Sirianni's job is as the Eagles' head coach. There were question marks at the end of the 2023 season after a disastrous finish to the campaign. The Eagles decided to keep Sirianni, which was likely the right decision. Philadelphia hasn't had the start it hoped for in 2024, largely due to injuries. The Eagles should be healthier by Week 6 against the Cleveland Browns and should be able to get back on track. Even so, there has been much speculation about the possibility of the Eagles moving on from Sirianni. It would be an absolute shock if a change were made. Philadelphia has high hopes for the season, and changing head coaches would make things difficult. Although this is the case, legendary coach Bill Belichick continues to be mentioned as a potential fit. The conversation has picked up around the National Football League, and Pat McAfee said Belichick is the popular option to replace Sirianni on The Pat McAfee Show. "There are a lot of people talking about Belichick to the Eagles," said McAfee. "There are a lot of people talking about it. What's real? What's not? We're trying to maintain journalistic standards, but there are many journalists who apparently lie and are wrong on a daily basis whenever you're following breaking news. But Belichick to the Eagles is very, very, very popular on the internet right now. There's no imminent change, and it would be shocking if one happened." Philadelphia flirted with the idea of bringing in Belichick last offseason, but stuck with Sirianni. That could always change after the season, but it probably won't happen right now. ESPN previously reported that Roseman spoke with Belichick in the offseason, but it was more of a check-in than an offer to work for the Eagles. A source told ESPN that Belichick was interested in the Eagles' job at the time. Would he still want the job if it became available after this season? If the Eagles don't right the ship at some point, a change might be made. It likely wouldn't happen until after the season, especially with the early bye week. Belichick will be mentioned in several rumors until he joins a team. It could very well be the Eagles, but not at this time. Lurie also spoke about Hurts and loved his leadership style. He has a longer leash than Sirianni, but even if the QB doesn't straighten out some of the things holding him back, the Eagles might enter the 2025 NFL Draft looking for another quarterback. Or maybe they like Kenny Pickett enough to at least open the door to competition for the starting job. The season is only 4 games in, but the track record goes beyond that. In their last 11 games, the Eagles are 3-8 with Sirianni and Hurts. Another thing to consider when thinking about parting ways with Sirianni is the immediate availability of Bill Belichick, who could come in and give the organization a fresh perspective to evaluate everything. Now, could Lurie break tradition and make a move if things keep spiraling during the 4 games after the bye? Browns, Giants, Bengals, and Jaguars? If the Eagles go 1-3 in that stretch and end up 3-5,